hear beeping. Anyone else
I
beeping?
hear Morse code.
Why do you hear Morse code? Let me
Careful,
get...
careful. It's
sec.
the UN trying to make sure we aren't terrorists.
Wait a second. I'm gonna make sure that it's not.
Oh,
my
they're a little bit too
microphone.
late now.
Behemoth,
They
do you
enough
have
stuff to arrest?
Behemoth? Do you have like some sort of floppy disk machine going on in the background?
I have floppy disks, but they're not connected to my computer.
Behemoth be out here deciphering the fucking World War
Let
II
me
codes.
let me put my phone into flight mode because that's
No, those were already broken.
Oh no, don't worry.
That's put into
probably some more.
that's put into
But
flight
no one
mode, so it
bothered.
shouldn't transmit any data anymore. Is the beeping gone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what you have to listen to when you start your stream every time?
What? Just the beeping?
Yeah.
Well, sometimes
shut
I
up,
actually
you
hear it in my
updated
headphones if my phone is close enough because, yay, freaking hi-fi equipment. Also, new microphone that apparently is far too sensitive for this.
Oh Jesus Christ, that's a really expensive game.
What
You're
game
looking
is?
at games when you're supposed to be playing a different game? Who are you?
Uh,
What are you
No,
doing?
it came up as like one of my
Wow.
suggestions, and it's called Tailspire, and it's like 3D
I can't
D&D
believe you,
with-
game.
pretty graphics.
I can't believe you. Why would you do that, game?
How could you?
I want it.
Could you?
How could you, game?
Listen, okay?
Looking at games.
You
when
know
you're supposed
what?
to be playing
Just
another
because
game.
you said that now, I'm gonna play Hollow Knight in the background.
Cheating on
Careful.
the game.
There's a reason he can't speak. It's because he's always horny.
Oh shit.
What?
I need. What?
Do you need context for that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, same. I forgot what the password was!
All caps. Same thing as usual.
Expected that.
He's horny, okay?
I wasn't
Let him be horny.
Oh my god.
I need context!
I see we're starting off with a bang.
Oh my goodness.
I hope
But
you
for
streamed
someone
all
was-
of this.
Oh yeah, no,
Alright.
I've been streaming that the last
Oh yeah,
like,
he's been
minute.
streaming for a while.
Yeah, like
Why
almost
is
3
this
minutes.
stream showing up in my Twitch?
I don't know. Just right click on on my name in
You are
Discord and
welcome.
you can open it there.
Alright,
And-
let's get some mood music for you ladies and gentlemen.
At
Is
this
it gonna
point, I
be,
don't know if we should.
gonna be stereotypical seduction music?
Is it-
I don't know,
is
I'm
it
not
just
trying
gonna
to
be
seduce
Chalice
you
Whisper?
just yet. I might be trying to kill you, but I'm not sure.
DM be out here barding.
It's funny how the character that isn't a bard is the only one that asks an NPC out on a date.
Well, I'm sorry that my character has morals
Not
in a
all
very
bards.
unmoral campaign.
Not all
Not-
bards are horny.
Not all bards need to go off and try and sleep.
Are
with
we
a
doing a
dragon.
not all bards at the moment?
Seems like it.
No,
Oh, no.
it's fuck dragons.
I want a campaign of just all horny bards.
Oh no. I can.
Been
The
there,
only thing Siege
done
and
that.
Siege on is nothing else.
I still want the all dwarf campaign. That was such a great idea.
Oh yeah, the old
And my
dwarf
brother,
campaign.
and my brother, and my brother.
Don't you ever speak to my brother, or my brother, or my brother, or his
Heretic.
brother.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing D&D again. Also,
Yeah.
like
Sadly.
right.
Sadly, when the DM is depressed that we're playing D&D.
We did it, boys.
Well, to be fair, when you guys all entered the call, he has the right for that.
Oh yeah. Most surely.
We will not speak of that
Yeah.
in this.
Yeah, no, that's an after dark thing.
That is something we will never speak of.
Yeah.
This is already off to a great start, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wait,
Look at
wait,
that.
I have the mood for our
Hold
DM
on.
right here. That's what we're all
I see-
thinking.
I feel like if we do a all bard campaign, it's just gonna be Careless Whisper constantly playing in the background.
Oh my god! I genuinely hope that someone here plays the saxophone because we'll need it.
Why are you booing me? I'm right.
it's time to stop in your stream.
I told you I'm gonna put it into my freaking stream.
Either that or just Great creates like this alternate realm just called the Horny Jail.
Anyways, I'm ready. I don't know if anyone else is.
Alright.
Yeah.
I've been ready to go. I've just been waiting for y'all.
Same
I'm
here.
not-
I got my
Well,
math.
you
I got my
could
math rocks.
You could just, pull us together and yeah.
No, that's less fun.
First off, that.
Then
Second,
Then
do
us
you really think
like
that works?
ruining our lives online.
Essentially, yeah.
Both of you to assume I have a life.
Stop opening things.
Bold of you to assume I'm alive.
Stop opening things.
We shall opening things. I just get this notification at the beginning that says, "Do you want to
Left
open
and
everything?" I'm
rejoin.
just like, sure.
Like the one thing I'd say in terms of like encounters, don't be afraid to make something basic. Because yeah.
Our primitive brains cannot handle much.
Yeah, your players are have
Literal
the brain.
apes.
Yeah, your players have the brain of a 3-year-old, so they're very easily entertained.
I have rejected humanity and returned
Look,
to monkeys.
goblin.
Okay,
Sorry.
and I
Ooh,
believe
look,
we are
smoke!
missing. I believe we're going to be missing Jose today, but should
Shit,
be
that's-
okay.
That's our brain cells gone.
Oh no.
Wait, no, didn't I demote him? He's not the brain
Isn't
cell holder anymore.
Clyde
Clyde.
like the other
Yeah.
like?
Yeah,
Doesn't
you're the
Clyde
brain cell holder
also
now.
have those brain cells?
Clyde has stolen
No,
those brain
you
cells now.
have
You smashed
been-
them.
Yeah, your brain cell privileges have been revoked.
No. We
No.
revoked
Balances.
Jose's brain
Yeah,
cells
Jose's, yeah.
privileges. Clyde has them now.
I don't like that.
Good.
No.
Oh, that one rolled a natural 20. Okay.
The bard
Alright,
gets the
are
brain cell
we
privileges.
Yeah,
good
I'm
to
ready.
go?
I'm good
Everybody?
to go.
Yeah, I've been ready. I've just
I
been
have
waiting
no
for
idea
you to
where
be
I
like,
am.
okay.
Okay, everyone, shut the hell up.
Hold on.
Alright, roll call. Way the Drunken Fist. Non-sexual bard. Clyde, that's you.
Oh,
That's
hello.
for both of us, isn't it?
And we have our lovely, lovely bard number 1.
Is that me?
Yes. Would you prefer the bucket man? Le bucket.
I want bard number 2. There's
Alright,
no number
bard-
1, just
bard
number
number
2.
Okay, you're number 2. Okay. Alright. And then after that, we have our wonderful, wonderful glow stick dragonborn.
I will unglow stick that glow stick.
You're still going to be called glow stick. Then we have our lovely half-elven Captain Captain.
Ooh.
No.
And
no.
immediately muted.
Wrong character.
Did you just freaking woo us?
She did, yeah.
Permission to decaptain the captain?
Later.
Permission for mutiny.
Permission to cause a coup.
I
We
won't
then
back it
have
up.
our lovely finger-taking tiefling.
Hi.
Wasn't it?
Well, I mean, she's not finger-licking good because that would just be awkward. So,
But she got them baby making hips.
oh yeah. Always have to fit that description in there.
I just literally dropped all of my dice when you said that.
Oh, great! The sound of your balls dropping too. Awesome.
Oh my god.
Hello. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Hoobie. I love you. I'm sorry, Hoobie. I love you.
Don't worry, I know that I sound like a 15-year-old in a 20-year-old's body.
And he doesn't look like a 15-year-old either, which is great.
I think he said he's what, 6'5" or something like that. He's a fucking pencil-like monstrosity.
Yeah, he's a medical catastrophe.
And
He's
on
the-
that note, I'm just gonna go and switch out laundry.
No, wait, we love you. No, please come back.
And
Alright.
he's gone.
He's
I
gone.
I
Alright.
just imagine him looking like SCP-096.
He ran away.
So, I believe without further ado, we'll go ahead and get into today's recap for session number, I believe we're on number 11 here, 12?
Zena has it set to 15.
Yeah, same thing. So, as our intrepid adventuring party last left off, finding themselves still within the clutches of the port city of Ivy. After finally finding themselves out of their prison cell and once more outside of whatever hovels they managed to scrounge together. After managing to avoid the guard after killing some of them off.
And he killed him.
As far as you're aware, we currently pick up with our party who has, after some recognition, taking upon themselves a couple of quests for the local sellswords. As the days progressed, the city preparing itself further and further for what seemed to be a large festival, known as the Festival of Soon, or at least the Harvest Festival, that seems to be coming pretty much to its head and to a full. As we
Sorry.
pick up there, the party is currently residing in one of the local taverns and inns, fighting over a local lunch, as it's beyond past breakfast. The party has been out and about for some time after Niram and Rowan have finally been released from their prison cell. And as you find your way through the streets, Niram, Rowan, you do find that the sounds and livelihood of the streets are picking up in their energy and feeling. You see the banners are being unfurled of beautiful browns, reds, yellows, and all of the colors that seem to be a shade of September and almost a fall-like color. You see all through the streets there are people preparing small booths. You see some of them are preparing street-made food. Other of them are preparing what look to be small carnival games. And it mainly catches your eye that things seem jovial around. And you do see there are more people out than usual. It seems the festivities are possibly about to begin, but people are mainly scoping the area beforehand. As we officially pick up with our party, getting back into it, our party is meeting back together at the Jovial Little Spoons Bowl Inn, as the party is currently watching Ryoka down her third fireball.
We did have that argument about leaving.
You did. You very much
Yeah.
so did.
So I wasn't here last session. Did we get a long rest?
Yes, you did get a long rest, even after eluding the guards for a few days.
You said that there's carnival games, right?
Yes.
Alright.
Ryoka's gonna look to
Uh,
Ruin.
But they aren't open yet. They aren't open
Damn
yet.
it!
I told you, so you have to wait a
Alright.
day.
You hurt my soul.
Alright, listen up.
Good!
We need to leave the city. Ryoka's being searched for. We still need money.
Wait, what do you mean Ryoka's being searched for?
Niram, we saw that wanted poster. That was
Oh,
Ryoka.
okay. Oh, now it makes sense.
Do you have to say it so loud? Do you have to say it aloud like
Sorry.
Yeah, kind of have to.
that? Well, you know, the idea of being searched for also brings up the idea that I'm hiding and I don't need you literally being an alarm bell alerting the guards of where I am.
You know, here's the thing. You assume I care about you.
Oh, that's the case. Okay.
So yeah, are we gonna get out of here or not? Because we could actually use this carnival. You guys remember the little place where we took the quest from?
Yes.
They seem to have hefty coffers. We can use the carnival to sneak in there and lighten those coffers by a lot.
Are you talking about a heist?
No, we're just borrowing permanently.
So you're talking about a heist.
Understandable. Understandable.
Borrowing without permission.
Exactly, he gets it.
Are you? Is the plan heist or is the plan leaving?
We heist, and then we leave before anyone figures out about the heist.
I'm down.
I mean, you know, if you're already being searched for, we might as well go big or go home. Or just do both.
Yeah. Rayako just has a shit-eating grin like, I like this idea.
Alright, well. Any volunteers?
Is it bad that I can hear great face palming?
I'm merely remaining silent. There is nothing to worry about.
Just, I am remaining silent. Just the way that you mention it.
Let me get this straight. We got out of jail, and the first thing you want to do is rob people.
Yes.
Well, you see, we don't plan on staying here for long. And we might as well take everything we can.
And since, our captain didn't, apparently
Pay
didn't
us.
have her head on straight, we could have gotten paid twice. But she decided to tell the truth.
Listen. They specifically said that we were supposed to get paid beforehand. I didn't want to take the chance of
Not my captain!
Right.
Is it mutiny that I hear?
She
This is just our chance to get back the money we missed out on.
She makes a mental note to dock Ryoka's pay whenever she was, because I wanted to pay you guys when we got back.
You pay me?
Yes! She does! I
We
have the money
I'm
waiting to
paid?
pay you guys!
Just you pay me?
I have the money to beat. I have the money to pay you.
I thought for a second you were gonna say, I have the money to beat your asses with.
Every time your children make you angry, just put a quarter in the sock, and when you have enough quarters, you have a weapon to beat them with.
Exactly.
we're just gonna keep being demonetized.
Yeah, the big difference is this isn't like she's not putting quarters in there. She's putting gold bars in there.
Hey, at least I'm pretty sure gold is softer than any metal, right?
It's still
It
fucking
doesn't
heavy.
exist.
It's
Whatever
so
quarters are made
dense.
out of.
Anyway, about that heist.
Yeah, anyways.
Anyway, about the heist. So, volunteers.
Ryuko raises her hand.
Alright, we have the person who is going to take the blame. Who else?
Oh!
Okay.
No one? No one?
You know what? I'm perfectly fine staying out of this.
Oh,
I
come on,
don't-
big guy. You never know, I
Come
might
on,
need you.
It's free money. It's free money. It's
I'm-
practically free money.
Clyde just kind of like chimes up and is like, I don't think that this would be a good idea.
That's
Are we
why it's a
known for having
great
good
idea.
Do you really want to get banned from a town?
Do we have plans on coming back here?
We might in the future.
We might need to
Political.
come back here. That is the big problem. If we have business here again, that might be an issue.
Well, if
But
we do have
Exactly.
gold.
business here again, we'll just hide.
That's
You
easier
know
said than
exactly
done
that the
when
god
we're-
is looking out for you, you know?
Yeah, that's what makes it fun.
I mean, if
No, I mean both of
we
you.
manage to elude the guards for I don't know how many days, I'll think we'll be fine.
Yeah, they didn't quite get my chest right in that image.
You have no chest.
Excuse me?
Pretty sure it got lopped off during a certain incident.
just gonna casually back away from this conversation.
Everyone's backing away.
As
But hey,
they honestly
with the money we can
should.
get from from that little place, right? You can buy a new one.
Okay, whatever.
So, let's head back to the ship, and I guess plan the money borrowing.
All right. So as you all head out, you are all passed by multiple people. You see there are dozens and dozens of people crowding the streets today. And you see that there are families, there are men, women, name it. It seems everybody's out today. They're scoping around, seeing what's going to be for the festivities tomorrow. You do see the familiar green and yellow of a town crier setting up what looks to be a small piece of paper, and he's currently stapling it into one of the storefronts. You do see it seems to have some very large, almost symbol of a woman's head with two crossed swords behind it. And that's as much as you're able to discern as you keep walking. You do, however, get passed by a string of carts, about 7 carts, that are headed by what looks to be a noble's wagon. Don't normally take anything of it, but they're taking up most of the street, and you kind of have to force to get out of the way, and you see as they're clearing the way ahead of them. There aren't very many guards to it, but it's definitely interesting. As you watch it push by you, you see as it's heading over towards the east of the city, towards the high tops, and it seems a noble with whatever gifts or whatever of his festivity likeness was brought with him. Making your way back to the ship, you don't catch anything else that seems to be interesting. Mostly people, and as you get closer to the docks, most of it seems to be more of a work-centered ideal. Not much of the festivities seem to have been pushing down towards the dock, as everybody here seems to be some sort of a sailor, some sort of worker. Getting back to the ship, not very much. Everything seems to be in order. Nothing seems to be missing, and well, the ship hasn't been towed or it hasn't been docked yet. But you're able to retrieve yourselves back onto the ship and plan out your heist, if you wish.
Well, I have an idea, and I want to actually take some time while they're all talking to kind of go into my own little area and try and start working on a bag of holding instead of having my wand of secrets.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a general arcana check.
By the way, I'd like to go to the 6 different crew members and hand them 10 gold each.
Okay.
Okay.
So you can go ahead and mark that off from your inventory. And I want to say for the six crewmen, who I don't even believe should be paid either, but
they
that
shouldn't
would
be, but they keep complaining, so...
It would be Clyde, Niram, Rowan, not Tenzik, that'd be Ryoka. I get my names mixed up today. Zoram, and I believe Zahiri as well. Welcome to the crew, Zahiri. Getting your payment.
As for Niram,
You
he's
did
going to
nothing.
decline the money.
You showed up and you got paid. Like,
Yes.
Hey, why is she getting paid? Why is she getting paid?
Because she's a part of the crew now and it's payday.
Since when?
Wow.
Since I said so, fight me.
Well, again, Niram declines the money, so you get to keep 10
Wait,
gold
what?
for that.
Niram declines the money.
How come?
Because he feels like he did it, like...
He almost burned down the ship.
Yeah.
Rowan would just like...
For one part for
Rowan would just
reparations,
raise his
second
hand,
off,
"I'll
like, he
take
doesn't
it."
really feel like he's...
No.
We were
Tell
playing
you-
Sea of Thieves and he accidentally left food on the grill.
Narum, I'd feel more comfortable if you took the money.
I don't feel comfortable taking the money though, because I feel like I basically only cause trouble.
Could I pay you half then?
Alright,
I'd rather
think
you
of
not.
it like this. Think of it like this. You can use the money to repair any fuck-ups you cause.
Or, you know, I could decline the money and then Iris has the money. So if I fuck anything up, at least it's not hurting as much.
But if you fuck something up, it's your responsibility, isn't? So why would she have to pay
No,
for
but-
it?
Well, I still have my own funds.
Fair enough.
Sorry, we're gonna have to tax those to take those away.
Wow.
Oof. By the way, that is a 24 to Arcana.
Easy enough. You're able to find a small satchel-like bag. You start imbuing it. It's gonna take you roughly about maybe 2.5, 3 days to get this done, but you'll be able to get it imbued.
Okay.
Tell you what, Niram. I will put the money on the side, and when you feel that it's time for you to be paid, I'll pay you in full whatever it is the price that is put on the side is, okay?
On the condition that if I do anything that causes, like, monetary damage, that you take the money out of that fund as well, okay?
Of course.
That's the deal. And, yeah.
Alright, that's settled then. Is it just gonna be me and Ryoka?
Looks it.
Zorm's missing from the group, by the way. He's
Yeah.
like in his own little space.
Zoram is missing. You guys would have to search about and look for him. Wow, nobody cares. All right, I
Wait,
know where
who's
this
missing?
stands. The glow stick.
The
I see-
glow stick minion.
Where would he be? Like, do we have?
You
any-
don't know. You know he's on the ship, but it's
Okay,
not a
if-
very
if-
large ship, but you
if
can
we know
definitely
that-
try and find him.
Yeah, if we know that he's on the ship, it's fine. Because we're not hearing any screaming, so at least that's my reasoning for it.
No screaming yet.
Actually, wait, I have to go pay him. I'm gonna go look for him.
Okay. Well, let's say for the sake of brevity, you're able to do so. For the rest of the crew, is there anything that wants to be done or so, or are you spending and residing your time on the ship trying to maintain a low profile?
Ron would like to find like a piece of paper and I
Mhm.
guess parchment paper, whatever, as well as something to write with.
Yeah.
And just like start sketching what he saw inside of the hall when he went invisible, and just check the area out.
Okay. Make me a performance check.
Gotcha. Performance. That is a 6.
All right, 6. I'll say for the sake of this, you managed to get a couple of scribbles down. It's not beautiful, and it's definitely not very functional by any means, but it's from what you can remember, you get what you can.
Alright, well, main door's here. He just points towards the attempt of drawing a door. There's another door there. Behind that door is what we want. Questions? It's easy. Go in, we grab it, we go out.
Yeah, how do you?
Right, okay, as you
go
look at this, you're very confused by it.
Yeah, how do we go in, grab it, and get out without being caught? Because
Excellent
that's
question.
that's the goal, ain't it? Is to not be caught during this.
Is anyone here good at picking locks?
I am.
Oh,
Oh my
I'm
god.
sure Zorm has
What is happening?
dismantled like 5 locks.
grape is spawning in entities.
I'm kidding. I'm pretty sure Zorm has took apart 5 walks in this campaign.
Yeah,
Right.
he's
Let
taken
me-
apart quite a
Let me
bit.
rephrase. Is anyone here good at picking locks without breaking them?
I didn't need that one, so I'll just rewind that.
What the fuck?
Oh
There we
god,
go.
table
I have
problem.
thieves' tools.
Fixed.
You're
Right, are you
proficient
good with-
in
are you-
thieves' tools, Beth.
What would the proficiency be with that?
I think aren't thieves' tools usually based on dexterity?
So what are you trying to do? What are you trying to do?
Your proficiency for thieves' tools would just be your proficiency in general, so whatever's in the little
Yeah.
proficiency thing.
Yeah, so
Well,
you just
proficiency in thieves' tools is dexterity based. It's sleight of hand, or it would be based off of just general dexterity. So what you're trying to do, depending upon if you're trying to pick a lock, or if you're trying to steal something, or if you're trying to do something with your thieves' tools, it's a dexterity check plus your proficiency. If you are proficient with your tools.
Yeah, I only have a 3 in dexterity.
Well,
Something
while the
anyone
planning
can
is
see
going
too.
on, I suppose Naren will just take care of like taking stock and making sure that we have enough rations to last for a while.
Yeah, it's
Right.
checking the rations. You guys have about enough for a few more months, actually. Just due to the nature of how slowly you guys have been pretty much eating through it and eating over at the tavern and whatever else has been offered you food. You guys haven't been touching much of the store, so you guys have maybe about like month and a half of food left.
Iris, so good. Picking
Hmm?
locks.
I'll just hand you my thieves' tools because I'm not exactly good at them, but I have them.
Right, well, I guess what I'll have to do. You would take the thief tools from away.
Okay. Definitely easy enough to do. So you take the thieves' tools, and what will you be using them for?
For now, I would just be putting them away.
Okay.
In order to use them later.
All right. So you can go ahead and mark in your inventory that you have your thieves' tools set.
Alright. So, does anyone know when the festival begins?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Any specific time?
You have no idea.
Alright. Could I just peek out, like, just get on the, what's it called? The deck of the boat. Just look around if I see anyone walking past and ask them at what time the festival starts.
There are mostly sailors around here, but you can definitely pull one aside and get their attention.
Like, hey, any idea when the festival tomorrow starts? Or
Pull over this relatively grizzled-looking sailor. Definitely seems the skin is sunburnt to the point of where it's constantly sunburnt. And he looks over. Hey, I starts in the morning. You're looking for it.
when does that happen?
It ends when everybody's pissed drunk and can't remember the next thing. Or when you're done, or you're done with the victory pit.
What's the victory pit?
It's a fighting arena set by the guard.
Does
Alright.
Ryuka hear this?
Alright.
Yeah, she's
Rowan
on the
would
ship.
Rowan would just go back anyways and tell them about it. It's like, well, so the festival is pretty much all day, and there's also another thing that we could do for even more money, which is
And
having a
that
fighting
is?
pit.
Yes! Put me in it. Put me in it. Put me in it.
Guards looking for Ryoka though.
They are
Yeah.
looking for you. That
They're
is
only-
true.
They're only looking for a shape of someone that looks like her. We just have to like stuff a sock into her shirt and she'll be fine.
She has both breasts.
Get
D&D,
bullied.
ladies and gentlemen, where the monk is more concerned about her breasts than fighting.
Alright.
Also, D&D,
Alright, we do
where
this then.
literally everyone is focused on another party member's chest.
Niram, would you be interested in entering this?
What about me?
I suppose if it's nothing illegal,
We'll
I don't want to
get
get
to
in
your
more
real
trouble
display.
than it's worth.
Yeah, but think of it. In this time, you can smash away at anyone you want, and you get paid for it, and it's completely legal.
I mean, there's not really a downside, is there?
You're earning money towards your repair fund.
I guess.
No, don't.
Also, I think I need some money anyway. Cooking's gotten awfully costly lately.
Exactly. Well, that settles it. We'll have Niram fight. Well, me and Ryoka, we go borrow the money.
None of
And after
that.
we finish borrow.
But I
No, no.
fight. What?
Hear me out. Hear me out.
No,
And
I
after
want
we
to.
finish borrowing the money, right? We leave the money in the ship, and we use us being in the fighting arena as an alibi.
But what if we get caught and then we don't get to go to the fighting arena?
If we get caught, we punch our way out.
But I want to fight in the arena.
You get to fight in both areas.
No, I want to fight in the arena. You can't change my mind.
No, just looks over to Ryoka. I honestly think that's a better plan.
Rowan would just like faithful and just go, alright, you two go to the arena. I'll try to do this by myself.
Okay, you do that.
Alright. Oh, that's settled then. Any other plans?
As far as you're aware, not really, that you've been making.
Right.
So, Rowan, what is the plan as you head off by yourself?
No, I would
amongst-
wait till the
let's
day
say
of the
wait.
festival to do this.
Okay.
I'm not going to do it while there's people there. I'm going to wait till
Okay.
everyone's out and about.
Definitely easy enough to do.
After that
Sorry, I'm
conversation-
just setting up a very quick rendition of where you guys would be walking down to get towards the fighting festival.
I will say these pieces are super cute and I love them.
I'm
Oh,
just
yeah.
making a quick little map for you.
Also,
I know, but they're cool.
Naren
Alright,
would approach Ryoka after that conversation, like after it's
Right.
set in stone,
Babe, I'm
basically, that we're both in the fighting pit.
Babe, I'm going to tell you here, disable the flipping option because I see it's enabled.
If
Hey,
it happens,
Ryoka.
it happens.
Yes.
How about a little bet?
A bet? I like bets.
Yeah. Whoever wins in the fighting pit has to treat the other.
Treat the other how?
Oh, to a good bit of eating and drinking.
Okay.
How's that sound?
Sounds good.
I wish.
I'll do it. You have a bet.
Oh. Oh, well, let's see who's the better fighter,
Look
I
at
guess.
Nero.
I'm gonna
Alright.
win.
You say that now.
Oh, I do say that now.
So, as you all reside amongst yourselves upon the ship waiting for this festival of sorts to kick off, say as you stay the night on the ship, you go ahead and eat. You can mark off the rations for the ship. And I will say, for the sake of this, you all do have a long rest
Watch
in case you
closely.
have not had one yet. You can go ahead and all of your hit points are back. All spell slots are replaced. All hit dice, and I believe all points of exhaustion are. Don't believe we have to worry about that just yet for you, but we'll see. So, as we pick up in the next morning, the sounds of live festival music, you hear pretty much a large commotion filling through the streets. You hear people en masse laughing, calling, booing, whole rendition of the spectrum of emotion. As you exit the ship, you watch as most of the dock sides are empty. You do see there are a couple of guards, but most of the dock sides for the sailors and everything else are empty. As you head over through the crowds, you immerse yourself into this, and you see as these large portions of people, almost what seemed to have been dozens previously, are now hundreds of people. They are flooding the streets. You see that there are small, almost carnival games that have been produced. You see as off to the one side of a large alleyway look to be run by a set of two wardens, as the town guard, are currently lording over what looks to be a small carnival game with two boars and two large, look to be bamboo jousts.
Do they have child jousting?
You don't know. Just that's what you see.
Fair.
Well, on the day of the festival, you'll see Nerem just beeline it towards the fighting pit. And immediately notice that he doesn't know where it is.
You don't necessarily know what that is. All right,
He's gonna stop and ask around, like random.
ask around. Make a general charisma check.
Okay, let's see how that.
It'll be pretty easy because everybody's in a good mood today.
That's an 11.
I'll say out of everybody, you're able to find a relatively nice little, kind of a raven-haired woman, bit petite, little gaunt in the face, and she's selling pretty much a whole kaleidoscope of baked goods. And you manage to walk over to her as your nose is attracted by the smell. And as you walk over and talk to her, yes, the victory pit should be towards the center of town over by the Temple of Soon. If you can head over there, you'll be able to, the building's been set up for quite a few weeks now, but you can head over there, that should be the pits.
Oh, thank you very much. Oh, sorry.
Can Rowan wake up and also wake up Ryoka to go with Nerem?
Ryoka's been with Nerem.
Oh, well, Rowan would just tag along with them.
Alright, while Nerem is actually asking around, is there any carnival games in this area?
There are multiple carnival games you've seen.
Any ones that involve throwing?
Make an investigation check.
Alright, what is my... Okay, I got +1. Oh, 18.
18. 18! Ah! Okay.
I dropped my die.
No.
Alright, so maneuvering your way around the fairgrounds, I'll say you're able to find a small, it's not a dart game. However, what it is a small, almost a ring toss game. However, it resides around shackles. You see as there are three, you watch as someone is wielding, looks to be 3 heavy sets of iron shackles, and it's being watched over by a large, almost blacksmith-looking character. And you see as this human woman with a small gaggle of friends, you see as she is currently working on throwing these heavy shackles, and they're trying to pretty much throw them around, and almost like a horseshoes game, she's trying to wrap it around a small, almost mannequin of what looks to be some sort of orc or goblin. And you see as she whips them around, she's trying, you see as she hits the first one and it wraps around one of the arms, throws the next one and it wraps around the neck, and the other one hits the torso and falls off. But you're able to watch as this small carnival game does involve a bit of throwing. Little strength to it, but it does involve throwing.
She grins and walks up. Can I play?
Walk up in the blacksmith. Oh, sure. It's about 2 silver pieces for you, but you can play, sure. Come on in.
She hands him 2 silver.
All right, here are your rules. Stay beyond this line. And you see the line's about 10 feet away from the mannequin. So,
Okay.
it's not that difficult to do, but I need you to take the manacles. You're going to be throwing them at that target. The arms and legs give you 1 point. Wrapping around the head gives you another point as well. But the torso is your 4 points. So, as you look at it, the more points you get, the higher your gift. And he kind of meanders about and he whiffs a hand and you see that there's a small kaleidoscope as well of just a mixture of forged knickknacks and baubles that seem to be small anvils, small like training swords. You see that the gifts offered by this are very blacksmith based, to say the least.
What is the biggest and shiniest looking thing?
The biggest and shiniest looking thing you can see looks to be a small metallic doll, roughly about the
Bet.
size of a Beanie Baby.
Bet. She's like, okay, I'll do it. She looks so excited, just like,
He
I'm gonna win, I'm gonna win, I'm gonna win.
holds his hand out for the 2 silver.
And she drops it into his hand.
All right. So you drop it into his hand. He goes over and lifts up these heavy shackles, and he goes over and pretty much drops them to your hands. And this is when you somewhat realize these shackles are a bit heavy. Like the metal that's been used in them is much denser than it's made to look out to be.
She shrugs and is just like, I got this.
Okay. So I will say
So
for this.
When you
Yes?
say shackles, are they like hula hoops?
No, shackles as in like manacles, as in like almost things a guard would put you in.
Oh, how are
Those-
you
that
supposed
sort
to
of-
get it around the torso?
You're supposed almost like wrap around, almost like a chain shot that works from a cannon. It's like you're supposed to throw it and wrap it around. That's the way it works.
Yeah, imagine if
okay.
it was a bowler.
Yeah. All right. So, are you good to go? If you are good to go,
Yes.
go ahead and make your first strength-based ranged attack, please.
Strength-based range. Well, I have a +3 in strength. Do I use my proficiency bonus?
Yes,
'Cause
you may.
Okay, because I have proficiency in strength, which gives me a +5. That's a 15.
Okay, 15. As you throw it and it flies for the 10 feet. 10 feet. Sorry, English is hard today. As it flies through, it wraps around one of the arms, and you watch as it goes. He goes over and gives you a small golf clap. Well done for you. 2 more to go.
She goes to throw her second one.
Make your second.
That's a dirty 20.
All right. So, yeah, as you whip this one around, the heft of it is hard for you to get around, but you get into the swing of it, almost whipping it around like a lasso. And as you throw it around, you watch as it whips over and attaches itself around the neck. And he's, oh, well done, lass, well done on that. You got one more shot. Let's see if you can go for it.
Third roll. That is going to be 17, 18, 19, 20, 22.
Just like the last one, as you whip this one around, you're starting to get into the limbo of it. You whip it through, and you watch as it again whips around the neck and clatters against itself. And you see, even the blacksmith looks a bit impressed. Like, well, I haven't seen somebody as strong as you in years. Congratulations, little lass. All right, so what are you looking for? That'll give you about 9 points. I think you can get pretty much all of your points here, except for some of the higher up stuff. But
How much is
what
the
would
doll?
you like? You know what? Just for you, since you've been able to beat my little challenge here. He grabs the doll and hands it to you. Here you go, lass.
She just has a shit-eating grin and she
Yeah, you
runs off
grab
with
it.
her doll.
It's a relatively hefty doll, and it's the doll itself looks to be of almost a bear-like creation. You see, it's not very humanoid. It's almost like a small metallic bear that's about maybe like 11 inches by about 6 inches. It's a pretty decently sized thing. And it's not exactly masterwork, but it's definitely something to be proud of.
She is carrying it around with pride as she goes to find the next carnival game while Niram still tries to find the thing.
Well, speaking of which, since he's talking to the lady who's been selling baked goods, he's gonna inquire about the price of said baked goods.
Yeah, I also would like to know what kind of baked goods.
If you're inquiring about them, these here are my my honey cinnamon muffins, and she slides out what look to be a rather still steaming set of about 4 or 5 muffins.
How much?
And she,
How much for them?
Narum just like he looks at Rowan.
5 copper pieces.
Rowan would.
I'll
like,
take your
slam
entire
down.
stock.
Yeah, Rowan would just slam down like a gold piece. I'll take your entire stock.
You see, she's like shaking. You don't need to pay that. As you're like scooping them into your arms.
Fucking stunner. I'll take them all. You can keep the change.
Yeah, you can now mark down for a few rations that you have 5 brown sugar and honey muffins.
Fuck yeah. And
And
mark one
she
less
looks-
gold piece, right?
Yeah, you marked out a gold piece. She very hesitantly takes that, and this is my sweet butter bread. And she almost hesitantly puts it out like she's not sure if you're gonna buy that too, because she doesn't want to get bought out completely just yet.
I would like to buy one of those loaves of bread. How much would that be?
I'm not selling the loaf, but you can buy a piece if you'd like.
Oh yeah,
How
sure.
much for the loaf?
How much would a piece be?
You see, as you ask that, she just kind of pauses for a second. I can sell it to you for about 2 silver.
Give her another gold piece.
You
What
read
else
my
do you have in
mind.
stock?
Narum just pulls out another gold piece. You can-
She
you can
she
keep-
honestly at this point doesn't know whether or not you're doing this to prank her or if you're being
Rowan
serious.
was just
and
like
she's-
taking one of the muffins. It was just a really serious face. Just,
Yeah, start digging into the muffin. You see, she leans back over. She has a small, almost wagon with her, a small little hand wagon. And you see about it, she has like 4 baskets of what look to be a mixture of loaves of bread, muffins, cookies, pretty much just baked goods.
you know what? We'll take all of them.
What?
Narum just looks at him.
She looks back at you and she.
No, no, you come back at the end of the day and then you buy out what she has left. And if
We
you
buy
can't-
it all now, and then she has money to go enjoy the rest of the carnival.
Rowan is literally just. This is literally Rowan in no mic.
I'll take your entire stock.
Nice.
Shut up and take my money!
The first one was when he was buying just the loaf, and then the second one is when he sees the car.
All right. So, she looks at you almost like hesitant. The entire thing would run you about maybe a gold piece in its entirety.
Narum takes
Well,
out
here,
5
up to
gold
you.
pieces and gives it to her.
How much?
5 gold pieces.
Oh Jesus! Sorry. Like you take out the 5 and put it down, and she looks at it like it's pretty much like she's looking at a ghost. She reaches out and takes one of the gold pieces,
Oh,
and
please,
she
don't
like
be shy.
scoots the other
Feel free
4
to-
back to you.
No, please. Feel free to take all of them. Fine.
Make a
We have no use
make-
for money.
make a persuasion check.
Oh, jeez, this is gonna go well, isn't
Yeah,
it?
make a persuasion check.
That's a 7.
She is very adamant in not taking the rest of that gold.
Narum just looks over to Rowan.
Well,
Rowan
Let
would
me out here.
intervene and just go, listen up, lady. Take the money, right? You let us take all this. You take the money, enjoy the rest of the carnival, and have a nice day, all right?
you
She's
have
like,
fun or else.
she starts kind of like reeling away from you slightly as you start getting your voice gets louder and louder. But eventually, she make me an intimidation check.
Oh my
Take the
God.
money or else.
You're gonna take this goddamn money, or I'm gonna find you, and I'm gonna give you even more.
I have a +5 in intimidation.
Oh, geez.
Oh my
That is
god.
a 17.
17.
I have a question. Is this the same woman from the bakery as before that they went to?
She looks familiar, yes.
Oh, then Rowan wouldn't be that aggressive. He'd just be like, oh, take the money, alright? Have a nice day.
She, like, she's obviously met you before, and she's happy to sell this stuff to you. However, she keeps getting bought out, and she looks hesitant.
Yeah, but
Every
every time she gets more money than what all of it's actually worth.
Yeah. Rowan is stingy as fuck for anything except sweets.
Yeah, and you know she sells the best sweets in town.
Yes.
As they're
Support your local
intimidating this
bakers.
woman to take their money, Ryoka's gonna come running at me and be like, look what I did! Look at it! It's awesome!
Nerem
You see,
just
she
overlaid
immediately
with-
just like launches back in her seat, like she's just as you bolt your way in and start giving all this
We're like-
commotion.
We're like reverse bullying here. Here, take our lunch money. Take it. Take it.
Take it or else we'll give ourselves a swirly!
Oh my god. We will beat ourselves up if you don't take this money.
And then we'll report you to the guards.
Oh my
Ryoka's just
God.
like gonna be somewhat jumping up and down next to Niram, trying to show him her bear doll made out of metal.
Rowan would grab one of the baskets and shove it into her arms.
Meanwhile, Nerem looks
you
over. and
walk
is-
around as she kind of reels the cart around for you, and you just grab one of it and shove it onto her arm. All of the goods here are still exceptionally warm, and some of them still steaming.
You have to try these. They're amazing.
Ryoka grabs one, stuffs it in her face.
You are immediately, I'll say, go ahead, roll percentile for me.
A percentile?
Yeah, roll percentile.
That means 2d10s, right?
Yes, or if you want, I can roll my D100 for you.
Nah, I got it.
Did you just stuff hot baked goods into
82.
82. You actually grab, you shove your hand in and you tear a piece of the bread out, and as you bite into it, you're immediately met with a warm, flaky crust on the outside, and as you bite into it, it's almost like a pound cake of sweetness. As it's
You're
just
making me hungry. This isn't fair.
it seems you've bitten into a sweet butter loaf, and it seems the sweet butter comes from a mixture of almost a tangy sweetness. You're not sure what the spice is, but it also has a mixture of cinnamon. And the butter itself is melted into the dough as it's been made. As you've watched her make this before, and as you tear it off and bite into it, it pretty much makes your mouth water.
So who was it that was complaining about us needing to make money?
That was me.
That was me.
Who is it that's
Shamelessly.
and who is it that's buying all this stuff?
That was me.
Ryoka threw a mouthful of bread.
He
Looks
just
at Niram, and she's
explained that
like,
he's very stingy, except for sweets.
Exactly.
Ryoka's gonna look up to Niram, mouthful of bread. Shaw, hey.
Wait, what?
They're
Hey,
good,
she-
aren't they?
And she's currently just mouthing her way through this large, almost sponge-like bread that she just keeps working through her mouth.
Yeah. Meanwhile, he just the doll caught his eye. Ooh, that's dang.
I want it.
Ooh,
I want it.
good job. And he's gonna extend his hand for a high five, but then he notices that she doesn't have any hands free. He's like,
She's gonna jump slightly and hit his hand with her forehead.
oh my god.
It's doable. So as you put your hand out, you start retracting it just as Ryoka just jumps up and whack, and pretty much rams her forehead into your open hand.
This is where you hear roll for an unarmed attack.
Oh my god.
I mean, it does sting because Ryoka has a lot of power to her.
Real talk here. How heavy is that doll? Because it's made out of metal.
Oh, it's maybe about. It's.
She's like, she's like holding a basket under one arm and the
I
doll
will
in the other.
say the doll is roughly about 12 pounds.
You could use that as a weapon.
You could actually bludgeon someone with that.
Stuff it into
You
a
could
sock and just
kill
whip it
someone.
around.
I mean, I'm also aware of the drunken fist, so I'm proficient with improvised weapons.
Oh no.
Oh Christ! He's gonna beat people to death with a metallic bear.
Yes.
Way of the drunken bear.
New plan. Can we put the returning spell onto the bear? And just have
Oh,
that
just
be a
chuck
throwable
it!
weapon?
Oh God.
Way of the drunken bear.
Yes! Alright, and she swallows and looks down. So did you find the pits?
Oh yeah, it's just that way, and he just points towards the direction that the
You actually point down, and it's you've been there. You know where the Temple of Soon is, and you point off in the direction towards the town. It's exceptionally hard to miss because the Temple of Soon towers over most of the other buildings in the area.
Alright, can we play games on the way? I want to play more games. She's just like seems to just be a very excited child, just full
Who are you
of
and what have you
wonder
done
right
for
now.
Ryoka?
I'm Ryoka. I'm just having fun.
Naren's just like, he shrugs his shoulder. He shrugs and he's like, you know, can't be too bad, can it? So let's have some fun.
Ryoka's gonna give back the basket to Rowan, and then she's just gonna run off to try and find like the next carnival game.
Rowan would, for once in his life, just be silent because he's too busy eating.
He's just munching. He's just like, I could see him sitting down on the nearest like bench, just stuffing his face with muffins.
Do we have the cart with us? Do we buy the cart as well?
No, she keeps that, but
All right.
So, I don't know if Zoram is with the group or if he's still with
Zoram, I'd say for the sake of this, you can either A, focus on creating the bag of holding, or B, you could be with them.
I can... 1 second.
Of course he is. Alright. Ryoka, as you continue on, we'll just go based off of your older perception, or your older investigation. You do find another small carnival game, and you see is the game itself seems to be more of a you see 4 pretty much cards set out. And you see each of them has a similar decoration to it. And you watch as a woman behind it and seems to be in a familiar, almost translucently white robe. You see she's one of the followers of Soon. And she's currently whipping the cards around. And you watch as she does fold them, and all of these majestic tricks as she flicks them through her fingers and then sets them back out. And you see as the man on the other end's trying to focus on them, and he points down, and you watch as the cards are all flipped, and he face palms and gives a nice laugh as he slides a coin towards the woman and stands up.
I would like to head towards that woman.
Okay.
Still,
Ryoka as
muffin
well.
in one hand, basket in the other.
All right. As you walk up to her, she looks at you. Oh, hello. How might I help you? Are you looking to play a game?
Yeah.
This is a game from our Lady of the Fire Hair herself. This is the Beauty of Memory. And she flips the cards over once more, and you see she presents to you 4 cards, 3 of which have a small design of what looks to be a rough-hewn ship, something that hasn't seen pretty much any kind of maintenance or work. And you see one of them has this beautiful war-esque decoration.
You just cut out there for a little bit.
Okay. So, for what you can see, am I coming through now?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Yes? Okay.
Yeah.
From the 4 cards that you see before you, You see 3 of the decorations on them all have this kind of old, decrepit, almost ghost-like ship that hasn't seen maintenance or any sort of love in years. However, one card has almost a decoration of what seems to be a beautiful, almost gallant man of war. And you see she flips them back over and starts shuffling them. I would like you to go ahead and... Are you going to try and play?
Yeah, I will. Is this sleight of hand?
For her, for you, it is a perception check.
Alright, yeah, I'd like to play.
Go for it. So as she starts shuffling the card, she looks directly at you as she does it. And you see she flicks it through her fingertips. She flicks it in between, and she just shuffles them about, making a whirlwind of cards. Go ahead and make me a perception check at disadvantage.
Alright, Rowan would be like about to point at one of the cards and just go, "Is the first try free?"
She gives a happy nod.
Alright, very well. A disadvantage, you say? Alright, first one's a 13, second one's a 20. So 13 plus 1 is 14.
13. As she puts the cards down, you're pretty sure it's the second from the left. You're pretty sure.
I'd like to put my index finger on it before slipping the thumb on it, just flipping around,
Right.
flipping
As
it
you
around.
flip it around, you see she gives you a smile as presenting the card as you flip it over as this gallant man of war. And she gives you a small golf clap. Now she flips the card back over and continues flipping them once more. All right, so for this next one, for you, it is 1 copper piece to play. However, the reward for your win is a kiss. And she keeps flipping it through. And she presents the cards once more. I'd like you to go ahead and make another perception check as she's currently flipping the cards.
A kiss from who?
From me. But of
Rowan
course,
would
if you do not prefer as such, and she looks over, I can leave my friend either Heinrich or there she is, or Emeralda can help you. It is a simple gesture. Have fun and happiness.
Alright. He would just concentrate on the cards again as they're being shuffled around.
Okay, go ahead and make me another perception check at disadvantage, sir.
Alright. That's a 15 and 17. So 15 plus 1, 16.
16. As she's flipping it over, and all of the cards set down, you're pretty sure it's on the far right.
He
Pretty
would
sure.
turn the card over.
And you see as her smile dims slightly. My condolences, my apologies. A rough loss. As you flip over a decrepit-looking ship that has seen no love nor any human touch.
Oh, that's a shame. He'd fish through his pockets, handing her one of the a copper piece.
And she takes it. If you would like to try again, you may happily. It is simply 1 copper piece.
Do you do any other tricks or games?
Well, if you were trying another game, there is one down there run by my friend Heinrich and Esmeralda. And they are running the modeling of Soon. The essence of it is that you are to take a block of clay and mold it into the best shape or figure that you can in the time being. And if yours is better than what has been created, you win.
I'll give that a try.
Same.
Yeah, I'm out on
She
that.
gives you a happy smile as she starts shuffling the cards once more as someone comes in and takes your place behind you.
Rayaka's gonna go to the place that she pointed to.
Yeah, Rowan would follow her.
Naram's gonna follow
I
as well,
love how
but
the
he's not
rest
a
of the
good
party is
person.
just like tailing behind. Like, what are we doing?
Does anyone else want to do a game?
Clyde's also gonna follow him, because why not?
I have gambler as my background, so I have to do this.
All
I
right.
need a dart game. Ryoko needs a dart game.
Just like
Well,
dart
you
game.
can't
If she,
use your
he
own
misses,
dart.
like I'm imagining if Ryoko misses, it's just like she calls it back and Rowan's just like, no. It was just your imagination. Just Jedi mind trick it.
Jesus.
You didn't see anything.
Anything.
All right. I will say, for the sake of this, as you head over to it, you see a relatively, very well-built man. Almost looks to be, think Arnold Schwarzenegger when he was just starting his career. Like, he is extremely well-developed. And you see beside him, currently working over a small block of clay, is currently shuffling through, and you see she, almost with her eyes closed, as her fingers work over the clay, and just her fingers, no tools, as she withdraws her hands, as you see as the man goes, "Time!" You can see as she withdraws her hands, and you see this beautiful draconic shape of almost a gleaming red dragon, of huge almost unfurled wings, and the mouth open wide. It's a beautiful creation. It's still somewhat modeled, but it's a very nice creation itself.
Is this I'm guessing Esmeralda?
Yes, this is Esmeralda. From what you can tell.
Rowan would just like look at the dragon and just go like lean in towards Ryoko and just whisper, "I think we should sit this one out."
Yeah, good call. And she's gonna run off. She is very adamant on finding a game with darts.
Okay. Make me another investigation check. If you're that adamant.
That's going to
Find
be
one.
an 18.
18.
Never mind.
Alright. I will say, for the sake of this, yeah, it would be a bit further along on your trek, but going through, you pass multiple other carnival games and food stores. You smell almost a set of kebabs. You smell roasting meats, roasting peppers, roasting vegetables, grilled meat. Everything here seems to be of a variety of cultures. And as you walk your way through, you eventually see, currently run by what look to be two of the almost bronze and blue-coated wardens of the city. You see as they currently have almost a 30-foot almost range. And as you go towards it, you see as a small child is currently throwing a small but hefty set of darts, just kind of, and you see as and it impacts just below the target. He throws it again, and you see as he's trying his best, but he doesn't seem to be able to make any of the real shots. And
Ryoko walks up. How much? I won't play.
well, hello. Well, this is simple. You take your set of darts. You are allowed 3. It is 1 dart for a silver piece, 3 silver for 3 darts. You want to stay beyond the line, and to make pretty much you want to throw a dart at that target down below. And you see just at the 30-foot range mark, and points at it and points to you. Now, if you are able to hit all 3, depending upon where you hit it, you will be able to score points. If you're able to hit it in the outer marker, you score 1 point. The inner marker is 2, and the bullseye is 3. And
she's grinning ear to ear.
if you're able to hit all 3, depending upon the points, you have these dolls here, and you have your gifts as well. And you see the small gifts that are offered. You see there's a small barrel of wooden swords. There is another barrel of what looks to be a collection of small cages. There's also in the third one looks to be the grand prize looks to be a small, almost beanie, about maybe like a handful of cloth that's kind of haphazardly shaped and stitched into the face of a rabbit or a penguin, or all these small animals, and they just seem to have that there. They aren't made with the highest of quality, but they are there.
She doesn't care. Prizes. She hands him the 3 silver.
Okay, 3 silver. All right, and here you are. And he hands you the 3 darts. They are pretty hefty compared to the ones you are used to. They're a bit unbalanced, but you should be. It's definitely not too much of a hassle to you. These darts are at a -1, but it is definitely not as much of a hassle to you as it would be to someone else.
She grins. They're -1, but I still get a +6. So it ends up being a +5 to hit. All right. She is going to throw her first dart at the first target,
Go for it.
aiming for bullseye. Yeah, that is a 18, 19, 20, 23 to hit.
Yeah, you, and it whack, and it pretty much thocks right into the center of the bullseye. And you see as the guard just looks at you, very well done. Indeed, of course.
She goes to throw the second dart.
Go for it.
21 to hit this time.
That definitely hits. So as you whack, whack, and each of these darts impact into pretty much the center of where this dartboard is. And you see the guard looks a little concerned just at how good you are at this. Go ahead and make me your third throw.
Third throw.
Forgive me for saying this, but I'm surprised that the guards haven't figured it out yet.
Shh.
No! Third throw!
Yep.
That is going to be a natural 20 +5 to hit.
You throw it, and it clink, impacts right into the rear end of the first dart you threw. The guard looks at it, looks at you, leans over and says something to another guard. Congratulations! Perhaps, being as the miraculous shot as you are, please, any of the prizes you wish.
What is like the coolest prize? Like the thing that looks like.
Make a perception check.
Ooh, +6. That's gonna be a 21.
21. Alright, from what you can see of the prizes, the best prize that you can find looks to be the small beanie plushies that are rather interesting. They aren't made perfectly, but they're definitely interesting.
Is there anyone that looks like a turtle?
I'll say, due to the nature of how perceptive you are, yes, there's one that is shaped and stitched like a turtle.
She points at the turtle. That one.
The guard reaches over and takes it and hands it to you. And good day to you, and good luck as well.
Good
May
luck for what?
Well, on the day. It's a happy day, and hopefully nothing goes wrong to spoil it.
Me
Right?
too. She runs off with her prize.
Yeah, he sees as you run off, the guard looks back at the dartboard that still hasn't been cleared. And he goes over, and you see more words are being traded between him and another guard. The other guard kind of wanders off slightly.
Uh-oh. She runs back to Behemoth. Another prize! Look, it's a turtle.
Ooh.
Alright, shall we get to that fighting pit?
Yes!
Yeah, I think it's about time, isn't it?
It's roughly about 9 o'clock in the morning. You guys have been traveling through the city, but it hasn't been very long.
Well, we can at least sign up. And,
I
go.
wonder if... Are we allowed to fight multiple times?
Bet. I want to go. Let me go.
Nerb just looks at Ryoka and just sees her vibrating with energy, and he's like, we should maybe go.
This is what happens when you give Ryoka too much sugar.
Yeah, you gave her a piece of sugared bread, and now she's just like on crack.
I'm just gonna say this because I didn't really want to interrupt anyone. Zorn is pretty much just kind of on the ship, kind of working away unless someone like convinces him otherwise.
I don't think anybody will. They're currently off and watching Ryoka rather happily go through all of these carnival games.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. So he's just going to be working on his bag of holding.
Okay. So, does anyone else want to try anything, or is Ryoka the only one who's going to be going through the games?
Can Clyde look for a carnival game that has a harmonica as a prize?
Make an investigation check. This is going to take you off the beaten path, but you can certainly go ahead and try and find one.
All right. I got an 8.
No harmonicas that you can find, but you do find one that seems to be giving out a harp.
No.
No? Okay.
Just ask
Wait,
Ryoka to
no.
win your prizes.
No, wait, he already got a harmonica. I'm tired.
And you do see something that does catch your eye though, Clyde, as you're kind of looking around. Most of the games around seem to be, as you get closer and closer to the temple, see most of the games around are being run by either followers or priests and priestesses of Soon.
I wonder why. Well, of course, of course, they're hosting the fighting game at their arena. Well, not arena, but their temple. So it does make sense as to why that would be going on. Does he recognize anyone from the from when they were like
Trapped underground?
Yeah.
Make me a perception check.
All right, give me 1 second. Huh.
I'll give you 1 second. Okay.
My dice are not being
Nope.
very
There are
kind today.
there are a lot of faces around, and there are, it's difficult to tell, but. But you know what? Things are definitely looking up. No one around here seems to be much of a bother to you.
Well, that's good at least.
So, as the rest of the party continues on moving through, we have getting closer to the Temple of Soon. The crowds are getting more and more packed as more and more people seem to be just divulging into the spirit of the Festival of Soon and the Harvest Festival. And as you actually get closer, you see, as some of the games you're looking at, most of the prizes look to have more and more almost heartfelt care put into them. You see, as there are clothing shops that have beautiful works of clothing. The silks or cottons or whatever materials are made are of high quality, to say the least. You see the prizes almost like that of which the guards were offering, but you see as most of them are almost at a higher quality and higher tier. You see as the stitching and the felt and pretty much the whole construction of these objects have been held to a higher regard. And it just seems to catch your eyes. You look at this. You do pass about 4 or 5 more games. One of them you do see looks to have an entrance, almost like the Heinrich fellow you had seen before over at the other booth, where he was, his feminine friend was making a dragon out of the clay. You see, as there is a almost like a lift and throw game. It seems to be almost like a shot put, but instead you're throwing it from a squatting position and you're throwing it over your head and trying to have it land behind you. And this is run off in one of the alleyways. You head through and you see another game that looks to be a small, almost decorative thing. It is to be, you see, as there are 3 large pies set out. And you watch as 2 of the followers of Soon currently look at each other, staring intently. Both of them are rather rotund in their figures, but both of them are still healthy in their look, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, it's basically a pie eating contest.
Yes.
She stops, grabs Nerum's arm, and points at it, and just says, "Do it."
After the fighting pit.
Do it!
Do you know how hard it is to fight on a full stomach? It's not fun.
She kind of pouts a little bit, but then runs off to the throwing game.
Ryoka, why don't
Hear me out here, Nerum. Now you have 2 things you can throw out of your mouth to attack them.
Ryoka, why don't you do the fighting pit game if you want him to do? I mean, not the fighting pit, the pie eating contest.
I don't have a big stomach.
Yeah, fair. Kind of like shrugs.
And then she continues off to the throwing one.
Okay. So as you step up, you walk up to these 2 large gentlemen, and you see the game they have is actually set into one of the alleyways. The alleyway itself stops after about 50 feet, and you watch as the wall there is set in a long path of almost a small garden strip of grass has just been grown into it. And these 2 large, strong men are looking over at you, and one of them a very slicked back streak of brownish auburn hair. And he walks over. Oh, hello. Might we be able to interest you in a bit of carnival fun?
Yes.
Ah, very nice. All right. So to partake, it is 1 silver piece. And to do so, we will tell you the nature of the game, and we will show you exactly how it is done.
She hands him
So
the silver
wait, you need
piece.
to pay before you know what the game is.
Yep, she hands him the silver piece.
Not.
It's you're paying for a demonstration, is what you're paying for. You're not paying for them to explain it to you. You're paying for a demonstration. You watch as the other strongman he's with, he's actually relatively silent type. He hasn't said anything. You don't hear him say anything or even make a sound. And this large, almost a Hindu look to him. The skin is a very caramel brown. The head is a bit bald with a tuft of grayish curled hair that rings around it almost like a halo. And he walks over and picks up this huge stone wheel off from the side. And you see the stone wheel's maybe about a foot across by about a foot tall. And it's about 8 inches thick, and it is made of a solid, almost granite stone. And you watch as he walks over and lifts it and goes over to the top spot, and you finally realize as there are now markings into the grass of different dyes. And as the large man just starts rocking back and forth as he starts freeing his arms, and he lifts and hoists over his head, and you watch as it sails over his head, and it lands about 15 feet away. And as he turns around, he gives a nice smile, and you see as the man you'd been speaking to is like, very well. Nicely done.
How much to play?
You've already paid.
Oh.
And watches the other man goes over and collects the stone again and picks it up and goes over, and he's holding it up by the inner parts of the wheel. and he looks to be trying to hand it off to you. And you see,
Yes.
he's lifting it, and it's a bit of a struggle, but it's still he's doing it with a smile.
She goes to grab it,
Make
expecting
me
it to be heavy.
yeah, make me a general strength check. See
Do I
if you
have
can
my
even
proficiency?
I'll say for this, yes.
Okay.
Because this is a hefty fucking piece of stone. See if you can even lift it.
That's a natural 20 plus 5.
He drops it into your hands, and you struggle with it for a second, but you get your grip, and and you waddle your way over to the line. And it's heavy, but you have it. Go ahead and make me a strength check with advantage due to the nature of your roll.
With advantage! So I don't think I'm gonna beat that yet. No, I rolled another 20 on the same die. So that's a 25 again.
Yeah, you reach back and lift. And you go 1, 2, 3, and you lift, and it sails overhead. And as it goes back, it lands about 20 feet away, and it flips over and lands 25, and it lands. And you see as both of them look rather impressed, and they both give you a sizable clap.
She grins.
Congratulations. And he actually takes the coin back out, and he says, your prize.
Oh! She takes it. Okay. and she scurries off and find Narum again.
Alright. It's
When
easy enough. You
Ryoka's-
guys have been moving away from each other.
When Ryoka's more strong than the bodybuilders.
Ryoka is quite literally just clearing house on all these games.
All of them are like, what? Because she looks strong, but at the same time, it's like, maybe?
Ryoka, Niram, and Rowan, I need you guys to make me a perception check really quick.
Uh-oh.
Alright.
Oh, SpaghettiOs!
Yeah, wait.
14 for me.
That's a
Yep.
12 for me.
That's a 16 for me.
16. You notice one of the guards from earlier is starting to tail you.
Oh no. Oh no.
Ryoka is too much in a childish bliss to really care, just proudly holding her prizes.
Nerm's gonna act inconspicuous for now.
Huh?
But he's gonna say to Rowan, you know what, maybe we should take a break. All these baskets
yeah.
are kinda heavy.
Find, a nice alleyway to sit out until you're ready to fight, right?
Yeah. Speaking of which,
My
we
bear
need,
is heavy.
you still need to sign up.
Bear is
We can
heavy.
sign up later.
Iris, you feel a slight kind of like poke to your hip. It's kind of like 3 little taps against your hip. It's not like someone's grabbing something from you. It's like feels like someone's trying to grab your attention.
Beth is currently AFK helping mom.
Got it. Okay. So we'll save that until she gets back. So, but for the rest of you, again, you pass even more of the games around here have more to do with almost variants of some sort of weightlifting, some sort of artwork, some even there are multiple kissing booths around, and it's interesting. And everywhere around you, look, you see, as you get closer and closer to the temple, you see more of these translucent white robes that denote followers or priests and priestesses of Soon.
Concern.
Ryoka looks.
Soon is the
like,
goddess of love, beauty, and in minor cases, very minor cases, fertility. But
Ryoka
the worship of Soon is based off of what you find beauty in. No, continue. My apologies for interrupting.
Oh, she just looks at her and she's like, they're naked.
Yeah, so what?
and goes to like reach wherever Ronan is and feeling around for like the basket of treats.
Rowan would give her the basket of treats.
She takes it, stuffs a random one in her face.
Roll percentile.
75.
25. You actually pull out what looks to be a small, almost sweet roll-like tart, and as you bite into it, you realize why it looked so dry on the outside. It's because all of the almost cinnamon-like filling is on the inside. It's a stuffed cinnamon roll, essentially.
Her
And
eyes
as you
just go wide.
as you bite into it, the immediate taste of cinnamon, almost like a melted and sweetened butter again. It seems most of the stuff within the lady's bakery that you know very well from the widow's bakery. Having a hard time remembering that for a moment, but
Great. I have to ask you, do you just have like a list of 100 different treats?
maybe. And as you actually bite into it, you find more and more of the filling is actually somewhat laced with something that seems to be a slight, almost like a white chocolate.
No, Ryoka looks like she's literally having a sugar high right now, just kind of vibrating as she sits there munching on it.
You see concern on Nerum's face.
She is ready to fight.
Careful, we have a hyperbolic monk now, ladies and gentlemen.
A hyperactive monk. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
hyperactive as well. All right. So, is anyone looking for any more games, or are you guys just continuing through?
I suppose we're continuing to the fire pit, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It is easy enough to find. As you head through, you actually
Hello.
find. Who says hello?
It
Topaz.
is I.
Yeah.
I went AFK and then I came back to realize that my Discord closed down.
Iris, as you rejoin as we get back to what was happening to you, you feel like something poke you in the side 3 times, just like poking you with the hip, just trying to get your attention.
I looked down or to the side.
You see a halfling in a kind of a deep maroon trench coat. He's like, hey, you wanna buy a rune?
What kind of room?
You see as he flashes open the large trench coat, and you see a large mangle of chains connected to these large slates of stone and rock that look relatively heavy, but they're all maybe about like the size of about 5 inches tall by about 1.5 inches wide. And you see each of these small rocks have a denotation of some sort of rune or so. And you see some of them are glowing, some of them are not. And he's currently like flashed open towards you. You want to buy one?
Heretic gets it. You want to buy some death sticks?
How much are they?
They run you about a gold piece per. Come on. I gotta sell them to you.
Oh, it's the new version wingbat.
Could Rowan just like inspect what's being sold here? Just...
Say sure. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Imagine the artificer not being with the group.
Investigation. Hold on.
Imagine the artificer ever being with the group.
Right?
Excuse me.
That is a 9.
A 9. Seems legit. It definitely seems legit here. Whatever he's selling, you might want to buy. Who knows? Might be something interesting.
Feels like gonna regret it.
Regretty spaghetti.
Ryoka is just stuffing her face still over
What
here.
else do you have for sale?
Well, you want to buy a watch?
Watches? This one has watches?
They are very new, but yes, they have watches. They are of sovereign design.
What's a
And you
watch?
see as he like pulls open one of the flaps of the inside underneath one of the other small denotions of runes, he pulls out what looks to be a small leather-like strap with a small metallic, about maybe half an inch thick. And you see as this large bead of metal on top of it is making a loud clicking sound. As he shows it to you, you watch as it's not very finely made. It's a very shoddy looking design. But you see the leather on it's fine, but the metal work looks to be a bit rough and hewn. You see the glass work's a bit foggy.
I
And
just
you see
posted
is the
on no mic. It just looks like this, doesn't it?
a little bit. But more of the what you're talking to is a halfling. He is a small halfling with almost like Italian slicked back black hair. You see
Alright.
the jaw is relatively well.
So something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh my god.
There's a stock photo for everything. It's amazing.
It's so good.
Hey kid, wanna buy a sundial?
Sundial guy? You want some incense? I got your incense right here.
Life is good. Life is good.
I legit just imagine him being the freaking merchant from Resident Evil 4. What are you buying?
What are you buying? What are you selling?
Come back anytime.
All right. But as he stands there, he just like starts closing his closing the flap and then closes his jacket. Look, if you ain't gonna buy anything, I can head off.
Wait. Got any weapons for sale?
What do I look like to you? Some sort of street hooligan? Selling weapons.
Okay. Who knows? Maybe you have something interesting.
Yeah, I got something interesting. I got some runes for sale.
Now we're talking. What you selling?
Like I said before, to your friend here, I'm selling runes.
What kind of runes?
Runes that'll make you smell good. Runes that'll make you walk faster. Runes that'll make you feel better. Runes that'll make you, I don't know.
Alright. How much for the runes that make you walk faster?
A gold piece.
Alright.
As I told your friend.
How many you got?
2.
This is
I'll
legit
take
the rune version of Wingback, the
take both.
potion seller artificer.
Potion seller. I require your strongest potions.
Fool, you wouldn't be able to handle these potions.
Potion seller.
I
I'm going
need your
into battle.
strongest. I need
require
your strongest. This potion.
Not even he knows what his potions do, though.
My potions are too strong for him. Alright, Rowan would just like fish out 2 gold pieces and hold just hold them out, but like I'd like to see the runes first.
All right, sure. And he lifts open his jacket and he kind of takes and you see as he detaches 2 of these small rocks from the inside of his jacket and he hands them to you. You see each of them are connected by a small brass chain and he hands it to you.
Alright. May I cast Identify on them?
You may.
I would
They
like to
do have a slightly magical property to them. It seems whatever these are imbued with isn't the strongest of magic. From what you can tell from the Identify spell is that once activated with pretty much an action, these allow you to move an extra 5 feet of movement speed for an hour.
Alright, Rowan would hand him the 2 gold pieces and take the runes.
Okay. And he looks back over to you, Iris. Yeah, I've sold to him. I sold to your friend. Now, can I sell to you? Come on.
I'm good.
Oh, little lady, let me sell.
I think you're referring to the wrong person. I am clearly not as short as some of the other people here.
Oh my
Well, I think
Who are you throwing shade at?
I'm the halfway.
he kind of looks at you, not sure if to be offended or impressed.
wow.
All right, fair. Puts his jacket back together, and you see as he wanders back off into the crowd.
Enjoy the festival.
Yeah. And you hear him mumble something as he walks off. Let's see. And as you all keep continuing through, you see Ryoka still vibrating in her sugar-induced sugar high.
Nerem is actually gonna try and keep an eye on her so she doesn't explode.
She's a ticking
Alright.
bomb.
Let's go sign up, shall we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Please.
Okay. So, making your way over to the Victory Pit, as you head over, you're met with a. You have to pass through the grounds of the Temple of Soon. And as you pretty much clear the buildings, you're met with the familiar 7 to 8 block range of this wide open garden area of pretty much hundreds and hundreds of trees, flowers, bushes. It's the entire area here looks to be a gardener's dream. You see as weeping willows are currently flowing slightly with each breeze. You see strong-looking oaks currently tower towards the sky. You see as pine trees are currently lifted over, some of them small, some of them growing lean and tall. You watch as flowers and people picking them. And there's even a small stream that flows through it. As you walk through it, you're met with the familiar dozens upon dozens of people denoting either nude or dressed in what seems to be a translucent white robe that you're familiar with. And as you walk by, you see on the far end from the grounds of the Temple of Soon, you see a large stone and wooden building. And it's maybe about 5 stories. As you head over towards, you see that there are small groups of people around it. There are a lot of wardens around, and eventually as you clear through, you see as a tall human, seems to be lanky with a rather long nose, and he walks over towards you. Yes, may I help you?
We're here for the pits.
Yeah, very well. Your name for your group?
Shoot, we don't have a name for a group.
I won't be participating. It's just these two.
She looks to Narum
also-
like,
If it's okay, I'd also like Clyde to participate.
Just these 3.
Like, we actually don't have an actual name for the party.
Yeah, we kind of don't have like a group name.
We've just been winging it this entire time.
the chaotic trio.
The bucket man.
The bucket
A
man.
bucket man.
Look, I need a name for your group or I can't sign you in. What are you doing?
Chaotic trio.
Alright, I have a name.
A trio.
He was
1,
just
2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, it's
6.
only gonna be 3.
There are
that
6 of you here.
participating.
Well, our only 3 of us are fighting.
Are you sure? There are... Something tells me you've not been here before, have you?
Yeah.
no.
All right. Would you like the basis of the ground rules and, in essence, what goes on before you entice yourselves inside?
Sure.
So, for the nature of the victory pit, what happens is each group, there should be, on my list here, there's 5 other groups signed in. You would be our 6th. Each group consists of roughly 5 to 6 individuals, each of them either mercenary company or adventurers of the sort. The reason being for this, and we don't let any average individual walk in with a sword and shield, is because you'll be fighting monsters.
Ooh.
Oh.
She
That sounds
claps.
fun.
I thought we were fighting other people, but okay.
Oh, heavens no. You fight beasts of interest and beasts of entertainment. But still, nonetheless, it is dangerous work, and we don't want anybody dying out there.
Speaking of which, should we try and spare the beasts, or...?
No, the beasts are beasts. They are monsters, creatures. They can die easily.
Good to know.
However, for this, if you are knocked to the floor, either dead or unconscious, know we do have clerics ready to pick you up. We haven't had a death in roughly 15 years. And we'd rather keep it that way.
That's good to hear, isn't it?
Ron, you're in.
You see, the individual before you looks somewhat confused.
And she like goes to grab Rowan, and Iris is here as well. Everyone's here except for Hoobie, right?
Yeah, I think everyone
Yes.
except for Zoram is
You
there.
guys never bothered to convince.
No, you're too busy.
Also, where's Valis? Is he just vibing on the boat?
I'm assuming so.
Yes, Volus is currently vibing with Zoram on the boat.
She kind of like drags in the stragglers of the party, and it's just like, what's her name? She looks to Rowan. You're the clever one.
The fuck you mean I'm the clever one?
I don't know. You can be.
What the fuck do you mean I'm the smart one? I don't want that kind of
Look,
responsibility.
If I may, can we extrapolate this? What's your group name so we might sign you in, and how many are you signing in with?
I'm not signing in.
Yes, you are.
No.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. We're fighting monsters. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Come on, no one comes to harm.
You, Z, come on, please, please, please,
Alright.
please, please, please,
Uh.
please, please, please. Pretty please. I'll give you, she digs around in the basket of goodies. I'll give you bread. Sweet bread.
Wow.
Cinnamon.
She's gonna look at Ryoka like she's crazy and start heading to the entrance. Not fighting for it. I'm not fighting for entertainment.
Are you fighting for money?
Yeah,
There is a prize.
please.
It's
Pretty
a
please.
2,000 gold pool with 200 per group. Whoever wins takes the whole pot.
Come on, come on.
How are
Come
the
on,
victors
fight with
decided?
Whoever lasts the longest.
Are we all
We
gonna
can
be
win.
thrown
There are,
We
there are
with
Each group goes through 3 rounds and trials of combat. Whoever gets knocked out is knocked out and loses their place and the ability to win. However, if 2 groups win, or depending upon after each of the 3 rounds, the groups are dependent upon who wins. If it is a tie, it is spread equally between each group.
Ziri, come on, please. Pretty please. I'll give you my bear. I'll give you my bear. She holds it out. There's like I give bear. Come on.
If I do it, will you stop begging?
Yes.
Fine.
Yes.
Naru just wipes the sweat off his brow because he was like, she's gonna explode. She's gonna explode like all the while she was begging Zahiri. He just throws a look of relief towards Zahiri, just like, thank you.
He was ready to be like, everybody duck!
Bardo! Everyone duck and cover!
Ryoka turns to the guy and is just like, can you come up with a name for us?
Calamity 9.
Calamity 9.
We're not even 9. It would just be freaking ironic
I would
again.
also do the sugar
Nah,
rush
we'll just be
because
the
of how much
Calamity.
sugar rush
That's
she's
what she
on.
says. She's like, no, Calamity. We are the Calamity.
You know what? Given our recent adventures, there.
Are you sure you want to be named the Calamity? It's still a touchy subject for most people.
It's a very weird name.
There was actually an event in this room.
Yes.
The Chaos Storm.
You know what? How about
he takes a pen and writes something down,
Nero just
How about
responds like,
as you say.
Here's the thing, why don't you just do the sugar rush? Because she's clearly high off sugar.
Done. I need a minute.
We need a tranquilizer gun with tranquilizer
We
strong
need a
enough for a
fucking
horse.
we need a homebrew like the way of the sugar rush.
oh my god. Oh no.
Like for Ryoki, you just need a tranquilizer gun with tranquilizer strong enough for a bear.
And you have to shoot her multiple times.
Yeah, I gotta shoot her like 5 times before it works. She just like starts like somewhat bouncing excitedly, like when's the fight? When is it? And stuffs another sweet in her mouth.
Nero just like, he tries to hold it back. He's like,
Okay,
you've had enough.
make me roll percentile, please. See what you grab out of your basket. Because your basket's somewhat starting to go down.
74.
74. You grab out another muffin.
Yes. Nom. Or wait, should I roll a contested strength to fight Niram over eating this?
Yeah, I'm actually trying to like.
I would
keep it
like
from
both of you
eating.
to go ahead and make this. This will be a contested. Niram, you're going for a grapple, so this will be athletics. Ryoka, since it's considered a grapple, you may use athletics or acrobatics.
Oh
I'm
boy.
using acrobatics because I got a +6.
Oh boy. That's a 16.
That is an 8.
Yeah.
An 8. And she goes to stuff it into her mouth, Niram, you no.
You've
grab
had
on.
you've had quite enough, lady.
Does he grab it from her?
He's just holding your arm right now, just like keeping it from.
She goes to toss it in her other hand and then like shove it in his face.
Oh no, you don't. And he tries to intercept it.
All right, make me yet another contested strength or
I have a
acrobatics.
quick question. As she goes to like shove it in his face, can Clyde just go over and
Okay.
snatch it?
I will say,
Oh
for
my
the sake
God.
of this, Ryoka, make a melee attack. See if you can get it into his face. You, Clyde, go ahead and make your
Unarmed strike.
Yeah, you make an unarmed strike. Clyde, you go ahead, make an athletics-based grapple check.
And I'd like to sneak away while all this is happening.
Oh my
Make
god.
a stealth check.
Oh my god.
I rolled a 24 to hit.
I rolled a 25.
25.
Christ.
18 plus 7.
Rowan was never there.
I got a 17.
Rowan stealth so hard he enters another campaign.
Narum now just has a muffin in his face, I guess.
Yeah, Niram, as you're like, oh no you don't, is oh no you and it's
Oh,
like she
come
shoves the
on.
muffin right into your mouth. And the problem with it is that it's so good. It's like
Can't even be mad.
yeah, it's definitely difficult to be mad as she shoves this muffin into your mouth.
He's just like, I'd be mad at you if this wasn't so tasty.
She goes to grab another one for herself.
And he's just,
As
"Oh,
as he releases you, as he's trying to mouth his way through the muffin he has in his mouth, you dig it out and almost Road to El Dorado, like you stuff it out, look at him and stare at him, and you shove it in your mouth and eat.
oh my god. Keep in mind, Narum is carrying like 3 baskets full of baked goods as well.
He is. He is.
She is staring at him as if victorious.
All right. So, as you guys eventually so what name did you give him that you will stick with?
I forgot what I
I
told
suppose
him.
it's Chaos Storm, yeah, because
Yeah.
Ryoka just makes decisions and doesn't ask for any permission.
Well, no one else is coming up with names.
You didn't give anyone
I
the
came
time
up
to
with
do
a name.
so.
I did!
What do you mean you did? Legit just went, you know what, we're taking this. Man, the poor clerk has to work with us.
I guess now we're waiting On,
Yeah.
I'm just
the-
getting some notes down. Just some spark notes for now, and then I'll get everything in later. Alright, so. As this all unfolds and the scribe finally gets through and he writes down Chaos Storm. Alright, so your group name shall be Chaos Storm. Once you enter the arena, the fights start just about 2 hours before sundown, so about 4 hours from now. So go about, continue enjoying the festival.
Oh,
Other than that, we look forward to your return, and we shall witness your bravado and bravery. And he goes back over, and he sees he's talking to other people. Some of the guards are looking over at you. You do notice that around the victory pits, most of the guards around aren't actually wardens. They're of a silver and blue coloration.
Anyone from the undergrounds?
Make an intelligence check.
All right. I got a 19.
18. I will say, for the sake of this, you are able to, that this, the guards that are being used are actually what seem to be Falkenberg's Legion. They are a mercenary company and a very well-renowned one at that.
All right. Well, at least you're taking the public safety seriously.
That's good to know. So,
Yeah. As you look around, for every about 3 wardens, there's maybe about 1 of Falkenberg's Legion. There's maybe about 20 of the wardens out just around the victory pit at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
is there any guards that were up in the upper area when Ryoka did the thing?
Any guards that were in the upper area, you say?
Yeah, like the night that, Ryoka supposedly killed a guard.
From what you can remember, there were no guards that you saw that were on the buildings that were chasing you. Most of them were chasing you from the streets, or from the alleyways. You did eventually manage to outrun them, but...
Speaking of which, did the guard tail us? That was tailing us.
Oh,
apparently.
the guard is still tailing you, yes.
They're still tailing us. Okay.
Only one guard. One guard.
Yeah.
I have an idea. Can I just pull Ryoka off to the side and just use my disguise kit on her so she doesn't really look like herself?
Okay, I'll say, for the sake of this, go ahead and make me a performance check.
What are you doing? What?
So roll a d20, add your proficiency bonus,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll say for this, I'll actually say your dexterity instead.
Dexterity?
Yeah, your dexterity.
Then it would be 22. If I were using my charisma, it would be a 24.
Okay. You pull Ryoka over to the side, and as she's currently vibrating with the amount of sugar in her, you pull out your disguise kit, pull out a fake mustache, and shove it to her face, and you smear stuff over her eyebrows. And by the time you're done with her, she looks like a he.
I was thinking
she
maybe
has
put
really
her...
long hair with braids and whatnot. Like
I was thinking
You look
of
like
just,
Jack Sparrow, man.
hell yeah! Ryoka is gonna rock this look.
well, there goes my drag look for Clyde. It's fine. She's living her
Ryoka's
best
a
life.
drag queen, drag king now. So
A drag monarch.
Meanwhile, Narum just looks around and is like, "Wait, Might be more. He's gonna start counting the party members.
1, 2, 3.
Chomp.
4. Wait,
Ha, ha, ha.
4. Wait,
5.
where's Rowan?
Rowan would right now just be like on his way back to the ship.
Yeah. You look around, you see is an unfamiliar male face walks back around with Clyde, and you're like, "Who is that?" They're wearing Ryoka's clothes, but they're not Ryoka.
Wait,
No, it's me.
would my passive perception of 10 be too low to notice?
Yes, it would be.
Perfect. Alright, Clyde, who's that?
It's me.
And wait.
Meet our new old party member.
Ryoko.
I'm gonna roll a perception on
Ryoko.
that just to see if Nero actually checks and like gets what's going on.
Make me a wisdom check.
Oh no. Oh no. That's a 2.
You have no idea who this person is.
Nero just
I
pulls,
am Jack Sparrow.
Nero pulls Clyde aside and is just like, who is that?
I'm Jack Sparrow with
I-
boobs, unless Clyde figured out how to bind those down.
Oh my god.
No, you know what? No, you're the female version of Jack Sparrow.
Hell yeah!
Jacqueline
I want to be a
Sparrow.
drag king.
No.
I am the captain now.
Like, seriously, who's that? Fucking
It's
everywhere
me!
there.
It's me!
Clyde would be like, okay, so don't freak out, but that is Ryoka.
Huh.
My name is now
I
Ryan.
Ha.
I didn't even have to do like any magic on like potions on them.
I
To
am.
be fair,
man.
Nerem isn't the smartest. It's pretty easy to fool him.
So, are we gonna just sit here and wait till sundown, or are we gonna play games? I want to get games. I want Ryoka to just have a bag of prizes by the end of the day that she has to haul around.
And this is why I'm making a bag of holding.
I suppose we're gonna start walking around the premises looking for more games to play.
Okay, make a perception check, everybody, as you're looking for more games.
Oh,
21.
7.
20.
You said perception, right?
Yes.
In hindsight, I'm really happy that I have no bonuses in perception.
I got
It makes
a
it a lot more
16.
fun.
16. Okay. All right. So, as as you step away from this rather mangled and rather unhappy-looking Niram, as he's trying to say, "Who's that?" I don't know.
Well, Clyde said that it was Ryoka.
Yeah, he
so-
would have gotten it as soon as he's been like, oh, okay. Huh.
Alright.
Proof that Ryoka is a flat chest.
Damn.
Clyde just bound it down real tight, so she can't. It's hard to breathe, but she's still going.
No,
It's a
he would've made
corset.
it yeah, like he would have made it so that way she could like still breathe comfortably and stuff like that. He's not a monster.
He's a monster.
I mean,
All right.
Ryoka is stocky enough to pass as a dude if she didn't have boobs. So.
But her hips.
Yeah, sure.
Just wear baggy pants.
Baby, they don't lie.
These hips don't lie, sweetheart.
All right. So
Shit.
Oh my god.
I will say, for the sake of this, you find about 3 more games. One of them looks to be what seems a small game of almost like a hacky sack game.
All right.
The next game you find looks to be almost like that of almost like a small game of chess. It seems to go on for a little bit longer than you would expect. And the last game you finally run into seems to be another variant of the what looks to be the clay molding. It seems that's a very prevalent game around the areas of the Soon Temple.
I kind of want to try the hacky sack game and also the clay
same.
molding.
I kind of want to go back and try, like, Nero wants to go back and try the manacle game.
Okay, it's easy enough to do. So, I will say for this, we'll go ahead and for the first up, just as Niram's getting there, we'll go ahead and for the hacky sack, I would like you both, as you walk up to it, you see as this game is actually run by just a, looks to be a normal farmer-like guy. He seems to have the hacky sack seems to actually be full of, as you kind of lift it and feel it, seems to be full of grain. And he just seems to sit there with a small cart. Oh, well, now what can I do for you? You seem to be interested in my little hair game.
Yes.
Ah, perfect. Now, what can I do for you to entertain you a little bit more as to the ideals and ideas of what go on here?
How do you play?
Well, I believe it's pretty straightforward. As you dig your little sack there, you throw it towards our little board over there, and if you land on it, it's a point. If you go through it, it's a 2.
Oh,
now,
so like cornhole almost.
Not exactly sure what that game is, miss, but I guess if you can relate it, certainly.
I was saying that at a character.
Yeah. Yes. Essentially, yes. Like cornhole.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and if you win this, you have the choice of having some of the prizes that we have. My wife has generously donated, and a couple of my children as well. And she leans over, and he takes out like a small crate of what looked to be the small crate looked to be almost like the small handcrafted plushies again. It looks to be very childishly made. It looks to be small faces of creatures, toads, frogs, birds. And you've seen the next one up looks to be almost like a candied apple. Looks to be that they've been sitting there for a little bit, but they seem to be fresh. And the last one looks to be pretty much a small crown of what look to be very finely whittled wood. And they look to be a very fine set of like wooden carved bracers that seem to have the marcations of a crown to them.
Clyde, I want the crown.
How much to play?
Well, now, play is just simply about 5 copper pieces.
Clyde
That
would
be
take
1 silver for both of us.
I only have silver and gold.
Well, if the both of you would like to play, you can 1 silver and it'll be good to go, I believe.
All right, Clyde would fork up the silver because he knows that Ryoka's not gonna pay.
She would've. She was making the motion to, but then saw you do it, and she's like, okay.
Yeah, because he's so used to you not wanting to pay. He's like, I'll just get it done and over with.
All right. So, as you pay yourself and pay to the man, he gives you 3 of these small cloth sacks that seem to be full of grain. And he walks over and hands 3 to you, Ryoka, and hands 3 to you, Clyde. Zahiri, are you interested in any of the games?
She's watching.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. All right. So, I would like both Clyde and Ryoka go ahead and make 3 dexterity-based ranged attacks.
Oh, I get a +6 then.
Wait, what do I get on attacks again? Do I get? I don't get anything on attacks, I don't think.
another 19 and a 14.
Clyde, as you're trying to figure out this hacky sack and how you're gonna throw it, you watch as Ryoka pretty much underhands it, overhands it, and then around the back, just woo, and she just has fun with it. And you see as the farmer kind of, well, now that's just funny to watch. I'm very happy that you've been able to find a little bit of happiness around here.
Yeah.
And you watch as first one goes through, second one goes through, and the third one goes through as well. And the farmer definitely looks impressed, but he's taking it in good fun.
All right, you said dexterity.
Dexterity,
Right?
yes.
All right. I got a 19, a 3, and an 18.
You watch the first one sinks through the hole, second one hits the board and slides off. You threw it with too much power. And the third one, as you throw it, it slides over and just on the edge of the mouth.
Yes.
So you managed to score yourself 4 points to Ryoka's 9.
You know what? I wanted to get him a frog. He's gonna get his plush frog.
Yeah,
hopefully.
you as the farmer goes over, he goes over and picks up the small frog, or if you wanted the frog, which you kind of like point out to him as he looks at you, he takes it and goes over and hands the small. The cloth itself isn't very high quality. The creation of itself is very childish and unique, but it's very comfortable, and as you squish it, it seems to be made of mainly cotton filling.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Ryoka
So
points at the crown. She wants the crown.
I just put in my inventory small plush frog slightly disformed.
Okay. As as you point out, the crown takes over to you, and it's a very finely whittled wooden crown, the denotions of which are almost like think the Spanish crown from, I believe, what? Napoleonic. Like it's a very finely made wooden crown, and he hands it to you, and you get it, and you're like, yes.
And she puts it on happily.
Yeah, you
marches off.
put it on, and your Jack Sparrow persona is becoming more and more fruitful. All right, now
Oh
Nero.
god, it makes it even worse because
Yes.
this makes
you
it
make
even
your
worse
way
'cause
back
they
to the
wanna
game.
Steal a bank.
And see, as the blacksmith looks at you, and he kind of has to look up to you as you're doing this. And can I help you?
Oh yeah, hello. I would like to play that manacle throwing game.
Well, certainly. It'll cost you about 2 silver pieces, but you'll be able to play, certainly.
Oh yeah. Can you break a gold?
And kind of brings out a couple of silver pieces, and he trades out for you the worth of the gold. He gives you back 8 silver pieces for the gold piece you hand him.
Perfect. All right. Well, he would know he was present when
yes,
played the
you
game,
were.
so he would know the rules.
All right, so.
All right. Let's do this, and he's gonna.
He points down towards the target. Go ahead and make me your first strength-based ranged attack.
Okay, let's see how.
These are some hefty chains.
That's an 8. That is
8.
not
You
good.
it blink, and it hints, and it pretty much collides with the mannequin and falls to the ground.
Yeah.
That's unlucky.
All right, next one. See the second one. That's a 21.
And as this one, you finally wrap around and it wraps itself around and clangs together around the neck of this mannequin.
And
right.
Was
very well done. Very well done.
It was 3 throws, right?
Yes, 3.
All right, and for the last one, it's a 5.
Right. And as you whip this one around you, and it bink, and it impacts again into the as you keep aiming for the torso, as it seems to be the widest area, and as it impacts, it doesn't seem to be able to lock around it, and it falls down.
Ah, shucks. Oh well. It's all in good fun.
All good fun.
Yeah.
And he goes over. Well, so what you're looking for? All right. Well, you didn't get very much in the way of points, but I believe you did earn this. He reaches over and grabs and pulls out of a small sack what looks to be a relatively small little anvil of metal, and it's almost like a paperweight, and he hands it to you.
Oh, thank you. And he's gonna be like very content, even though he did kind of bung it up.
I have anvil.
Yes, I has anvil.
He has a small anvil. All right. So, as the day progresses, the games are had and more of the food is eaten as you go through the the rather addictive sugar and sweets from the Widow's Bakery.
Oh, jeez.
What are they laced with?
With hopes and
You
dreams.
don't know what they're laced with.
And a bit of cocaine.
Hopes, dreams, and a bit of cocaine. All right, but as the day finally recedes and the sun starts to set, you watch as the crowds, everybody starts getting a little more energetic, almost like Ryoka, but a little less sugar rush. And you see as they start heading their way over towards the Temple of Su. You watch as most of the followers and the priests and priestesses are actually heading towards the temple. Mixture of them are heading towards the
I am
victory
back.
pits. Nice to have you back. And as you head towards the victory pit again, you watch as the crowds are surging forward towards it. You see a kaleidoscope of colors from different armors and clothings. You see clothing styles you haven't seen before, clothing styles you have seen before. Aristocrats, you see nobles, you see merchants, you see poor, you see middle, you see everything. And it seems everybody here is coming together for a good show of entertainment. And a bit of blood. As you walk towards it and towards your new destination of combat and possible new wins of gold and perhaps possibly even a bit of recognition. We will go ahead and end today's session there, as we are at our 2 and nearly 2.5 hour mark.
Yeah, I was about to say I need to go soon so I can shower and get ready for work.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
We've been going for a bit.
We normally do 2.5 hours because I like to keep it short and sweet, because when I'm not in person, I find that even myself kind of gets distracted after about the second hour. But
Yeah,
I try and do it so that we can keep as much fun in it as we can without having to just drone on and on.
And I mean, we found a really good cutoff point for today, I guess.
Yeah.
Just
And
Heretic in chat says hard drugs.
as per usual, those of you in the chat, I do realize we have a couple of new people here, so it's good to see you. Very nice to see some new faces and new names around. If you like, drop a follow, drop a subscribe if you're feeling generous. But we will be streaming Dungeons and Dragons with this group of insidious and rather heartfelt group of idiots, morons, dweebs, and dorks. Every
How dare
Saturday.
you. I'm offended. I'm hurt. I'm kidding.
You
Be
can't-
offended.
I'm not.
You cannot deny it. Game, you have no moral basis to deny it.
Shut up.
But I do hope those of you in the stream and in the chat did enjoy our little games of trickery, debauchery, and
Stupidity.
Good fun.
stupidity. Yes.
I just dropped my entire dice bag.
Jesus
Amazing.
Christ,
Nice.
Good
Gabe.
on you.
My dice are all over my room now.
Please watch out
Well,
that you
go
don't hurt
save
yourself.
them.
Careful, if you step on a D4, you'll take damage.
I'll take a D4 of damage.
You'll actually take damage.
But other than that, those of you in the chat, look forward to seeing you guys again if you guys come by. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to ask Behemoth. He is very generous and very nice about that. If you want, I believe I'll talk to Behemoth about getting a link to our Discord setup, so in case you want to actually come by and perhaps set up a Dungeons and Dragons party of your own, be more than happy to have you there as well. Other than that, I hope you guys did enjoy. I look forward to seeing you guys the next one. And since that's it, it's a ciao for now.
Hey, Grape.
And those of you in the party, I hope you guys enjoyed our little antics today. I look forward to seeing you guys next Saturday. I'm sorry we couldn't have the whole party here today.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to be able to make it next Saturday.
Oh no.
Yeah, I got scheduled.
Oh no.
Yeah, I got scheduled for work.
Oh noes.
Over the time we play, so. Unless we do it like really early, I won't be able to make it.
I'll see if we can get. I'll see if we can do early.
Well, early as in, because I have to be at work by 9, which is 12 o'clock your time.
Oh, 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Gabe.
Let me look at my.
Okay, I'm gonna deafen myself for a second. And,
Go for it.
Do
yeah, next Saturday.
All right. Again, like, I would like to thank everyone who's willing to deal with my stupidity, because Jesus Christ, I'm obviously very much not a person who's able to listen. If you heard me freaking interrupt people a lot, I'm sorry about that. That's a bad habit of mine I've been trying to fix for a bit, and it's not working out. The other thing, thanks very much for watching. Thanks for anyone who followed or like just hung out during the stream. I'd like to thank Sinjani for the follow. Like, thank you very much. I'm sorry that I didn't like talk about it, but them's the breaks. Them's the thing for you, because D&D, you know, not the easiest thing to just be like, hey, thanks for the follow. Like, yes, I could mute myself, but it would also just bung everything up for anyone watching to try and understand what's going on. So I'm trying to keep myself on the lower end of, like, you know, I'm gonna call out everything, if at all, at the end. And I'm rambling again. But yeah, other than that, yeah, next week we're hopefully, like, it's gonna be at the same time. Maybe it's gonna be earlier due to scheduling issues. And yeah, thanks very much for hanging out. Appreciate it that so many people show up for freaking D&D. Wouldn't have believed it. If you told me at the start of this campaign. Also, can't believe that we've gone 15 sessions already. Like, that's only the ones that we've streamed. We've had like 4 before. And I just was too stupid to realize, hey, you could maybe stream this and also record it, you know? Like a sane person would. But yeah, other than that, thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna probably not raid. Just because, I don't know. But yeah, other than that, I hope you're showing up next time. And yeah. Cheers, I guess.